imagine being 73 and horny?
Yeah,
You
I
can't
can. I've
find.
got a friend. I got a friend like that.
Well, it's just nature.
Hey, it's just life, man.
Life, baby.
Hey, let's talk about Vince McMahon's meetings. He continues these meetings after the Rumble, before Raw and before SmackDown, and he's giving
He's
the
on a
impression,
fucking meeting frenzy.
I'm not happy with all these company leaks. And he's specifically quoting things that he's heard about in the Torch and the Observer, and he's asking for solidarity. And Brock Lesnar is up and being very vocal, speaking out against storyline leaks. He cited a radio show interview who recently asked him about a future match that hadn't even been announced yet for WrestleMania 20.
Wow.
And he says one wrestler tells the Torch that he doesn't like to see storylines get out, but it's not fair to blame the wrestlers for that. We're the last to know. The story leaks come from somewhere else. Most of us don't even know what we're doing on next week's TV until we show up, much less a pay-per-view 3 or 4 months down the line. That to me makes sense. If there is a leak, it's probably someone in the office more so than one of the talent who probably have no idea what they're doing in 3 months.
Who the hell could it have been? That's the bottom line. Who could it have been? And it's all sincerity. Who could it have been? And the talents were a source of leaks, not the only source of leaks, but they were a source of leaks, especially the underneath preliminary type talents who are disgruntled and making excuses. Everywhere I look in this thing about this leak here and this thing, it's all about being disgruntled. It's all about, to me, it's all about making excuses. And I'm not big on making excuses. And I understand the talent's concern, but some of them were talking, and some of them were getting a feel for what was going to happen on something they pitched that wasn't accepted. So if I can plant this dirt, then perhaps it will happen. There's an interest in it now. So it's two-way street in this thing. It really is.
It's written in the Observer, or the Torch rather, that one of the talent believe since he's no longer performing on camera, he wants an audience, and these wrestlers are his audience now. Do you think Vince was sort of performing for the talent here with these meetings? He just
when he got in the process, Conrad, he performed because that's just his nature. If he gets in front of a group of people, whether it be 10 people or 10,000 people, Vince is going to perform. And he did. Once he got into the process of his oratory, he performed. If I was in that position, and I performed. You got to add a little sizzle to the steak to keep the audience attentive. So I don't know how to really judge that whole fucking thing. It seems like a lot of excuses are being made because why I'm not getting my push, and God forbid there's no push.
We know this is going to be the year where Vince is going to dust off the WWE Hall of Fame. They've taken a bit of a break from this for a while, and they're going to have a bit of a paradigm shift. It'll no longer be a hotel banquet room with catered meals. The whole thing's going to be overhauled and made into a bigger production. It becomes a theater production.
Great idea.
Is that based on just, hey, we're returning to New York City, we're returning to Madison Square Garden, it's the 20th year anniversary, it's the right time in all that respect?
I think you're right. I think it's a good point. Timing had a lot to do with it. But it needed to be done every year. It was like, it should have been never considered anything but an annual event. The Hall of Fame, I went in 2007. Lawler and I went in together, and on that occasion in Detroit, as actually at Ford Field. It was funny to me that we had more people attending WrestleMania that year at Ford Field than attended the Super Bowl there. And we had the advantage, of course, because we used the field. They had to play on the field, so we used the field. But I thought the Hall of Fame it should be something big time. And congratulations to Triple H for being inducted, or going to be inducted soon. certainly, anybody that says, well, he's not deserving, the only reason he's in because of who he married is such bullshit. It's weak. If you're saying that, stop and stop embarrassing yourself. The son of a bitch was the top heel in the hottest era, one of the hottest eras of WWE. And now he's the quarterback, the head coach of that same team that's setting records. Give me a break. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself by showing your ignorance. Don't do that. And so I'm happy for him. I sent him a text the other day congratulating him, and believe it or not, it was the day after the Rumble. He texted me back. So he doesn't forget those that have helped him along the way and those that he respects, and he's doing a great job there.
Well, and you're doing a great job over at jrsbbq.com. They got something for everybody. My favorite is that all-purpose seasoning. Of course, I know it's a favorite in the Silva household, the Chipotle ketchup and the main event mustard. But there's 2 types of barbecue sauce, and now there's even a red-ass JR's hot sauce. You got to go check it out. You can even get autographed swag, trading cards, action figures, and Jim's brand new book, Business is About to Pick Up. It's all available at jrsbbq.com. And as he reminds us each week, it costs nothing to look, right?
Not a damn thing. And I signed a bunch of items on my holiday break in Oklahoma. So there's a lot of signed stuff if you're interested in that memorabilia type thing. But, check it out. As Conrad says, in jest, but in truth, it costs nothing to look. So go on our site, check it out. And I got action. Like I said, we have action figures, we have books, we got trading cards, and I don't price our stuff out of the realm of, reality. I'm fair, all that stuff. So check it out and see what you think. And it's going to be warm enough for in most parts of the country to start grilling on a semi-regular basis at least. So it's time. Time is now. So grab some product and enjoy your cooking.
Go check it out if you haven't already. It's jrsbbq.com. And while you got your Google machine out, can I recommend grillingjr.com? That's your home for all things JR and Grilling JR. It's the best way to support our podcast. Just go hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, leave us some comments. Let us know what you're thinking about what we're doing. And be sure to check in next week because we're going to be back with another big show about the Big Show. Man, hiring him from WCW, all the ups and downs. I mean, how many babyface heel turns do we think we have? Do we have enough time to get it all in next week? It's going to be tough.
We'll have to hustle.